build the capability so that when the next shift comes, the organization's prepared to consume it.
Nico, welcome.
Thank
Nico,
you.
how is AI changing the way we shop, and where do you see that heading?
Yeah, so I think we've obviously seen a tremendous acceleration in how consumers' behavior is changing, right? How they're looking to explore products, how they're evaluating them, how they're discovering them. I think they now feel they have more information at their fingertips more than ever, right? And so I think that sort of the next shift we'll start seeing is when we start moving into a bit more intents, right? We're starting to see that a little bit with ChatGPT. About 20% of users are actually discovering products with the first intent coming into the platform. And I think we'll start seeing that as we continue to move into the world of agentic, actions being taken. But the consumer behavior is, of course, changing, right? They have more information, they're going deeper, and they're making probably better informed decisions on products than what they had before.
Nick, why are some companies able to get real business results from AI and yet others are still stuck in pilot mode?
Well, that's very interesting because we just ran a study that exactly shows this. Only 18% of consumer goods companies are seeing any scalable results from their AI investments, 45% of retailers. And the ones who do something very different. They invest in few selected places as opposed to being all over the place with hundreds of use cases. Mm-hmm. They really change how they operate, not just deploy tools to incrementally augment the current state. And they really stretch the ambition beyond what is feasible today, but anticipating the exponential impact that technology can have.
When you look beyond consumer and retail to the companies that are really getting AI right, what can this industry learn from them?
I would say, one, be more ambitious in what you are pursuing. Today, consumer and retail are mostly incremental in their thinking. Two, focus on what drives core competitive advantage. Don't disperse yourself on many small things on the side that don't move the needle. And three, make this a top priority for management. Otherwise, it's impossible to get the kind of change at scale that you need.
Nico?
I'd add, completely agree with the 3 points. I think the top line or top management and down is critical here, right? If you're going to create the change that you want and be able to keep up with the technology and the shift. I'd add that like a good sense of pragmatism in terms of what is possible today versus what are you building for in the future? And that's kind of that North Star. There's lots of incredible things that are possible today across sales and marketing and operations and supply chain and merchandising. That can be done today, tackle that today, but build the capability so that when the next shift comes, the organization's prepared to consume it.
You've both mentioned there about how much choice, how much opportunity there is with AI. Also a lot of noise in that. How do you focus? How do you drill down and prioritize? Otherwise, the spend could be enormous, right?
I think companies are overthinking this. Frankly, it's not that complicated. Start with the places that drive the biggest part of the business. They can be improved by AI today. So don't spend 3 months thinking about, oh, is this or is this that? No. If there is an area that is material enough in terms of size of the P&L, top line or bottom line, and where you have leaders that are really ready to transform, go there. And then the rest will follow.
I agree. I think people are overthinking it at times, right? You have to start somewhere, but I think that you have to have the ambition of where you want to be. I think too many times we start with very small projects. We don't have that ambition, and it just doesn't kind of catch up to that ever, right?
Nico, Nick, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Georgie.